Hey yo everybody, it's your girl Miss T, coming through with some pure inspiration, you know? Today we're diving into the story of three extraordinary women who changed the game. And when I say change the game, I mean they really turn things upside down. We're talking about Sojourner Truth, who stood tall and spoke her truth, but most people wouldn't even give a black woman the time of day. Then we've got Althea Gibson, pure talent on the tennis court, breaking down barriers with every swing. And just wait till you hear about Bessie Coleman, who said if a miracle wouldn't teach her to fly, she'd cross the whole Atlantic to make it happen. Now, each of these three queens wrote their own story and turned impossible into unpossible. So get comfortable, fam, because we're about to take a journey through some real black girl magic. Listen up. In 1797, a baby girl was born into slavery in New York. New York? Yes, New York had slavery. They called the baby Isabella, but you all know her as Sojourner Truth. Well, this sister had it rough. She was sold 4 times before she was grown, worked like a mule, and caught beatings from all angles. But let me tell you this, they couldn't rock her spirit. In 1827, she said enough. She grabbed her baby girl and walked to freedom. Yeah, I said it, walked. And then she took those slave owners to court, fighting for her son, who was sold illegally. And family, she won. First black woman ever to win a case against a white man. By 1843, she had changed her name to Sojourner Truth and started speaking out against slavery, for women's rights, for black rights. And mind you, she couldn't even read or write, but baby, when she spoke, in 1851, she gave her famous speech, 6 feet tall, strong as any man, and stood up and said, "That man over there says women need to be helped into carriages and lifted over ditches. Nobody ever helped me, an 8-iron woman." Tell them, sister. During the Civil War, Sojourner Truth recruited black soldiers, met President Lincoln, fought against streetcar segregation and won. All this at nearly 70 years old. Age was nothing but a number to her. Listen, fam, when I think about Sojourner Truth, I think about courage. This woman went from slavery to speaking in front of thousands. She couldn't read or write but change history with her words. If Sojourner could speak her truth then, what's stopping you from speaking yours now? We're serving up the story of the ultimate ace, Althea Gibson. This woman didn't just break barriers, she smashed them like a killer backhand. Now let's rewind to Harlem in the 1930s and 40s. Little Althea is growing up tough, hitting that paddle tennis on the streets. But fate had bigger plans for her, honey. She swapped that paddle for a real tennis racket, and soon enough, she was causing trouble for anyone who dared to challenge her. But here's the deal. Tennis back then, whiter than a slice of Wonder Bread. Did that stop Althea? Child, please. She said if they won't let me play, I'll just change the whole game. And change it she did. In 1950s, Althea smashed the colour barrier in international tennis. Fast forward 5 years and she's racking up Grand Slam titles like they're going out of style. But hold up, wait a minute, I got 2 fun facts that will blow your mind. First, Althea wasn't just a tennis legend, she had pipes too. She recorded an album and even appeared on What's My Line. A tennis champ and a singer, that's a whole triple threat right there. And here's the kicker. After conquering tennis, Althea picked up golf and became the first black woman on the LPGA tour. Talk about not putting all her eggs into one basket. On the court, Althea was more ferocious than a mama bear guarding her cubs. She won 11 Grand Slam titles, including Wimbledon and the US Open. Every match she played wasn't just for her, it was for every little black girl daring to dream big. Althea hung up her rackets in the late 50s, but her legacy, baby, that's still going strong. She paved the way for tennis icons like Arthur Ashe, Venus and Serena, and now there's a statue of her standing tall at the US Open, proud and bold. So next time you're watching a tennis match, remember Althea Gibson. She didn't just change the game, she rewrote the whole rule book. Now that's what I call a Grand Slam life. We're flying high, and I mean that literally, because we're chatting about the one, the only, Bessie Coleman. This queen wasn't just breaking barriers, she was soaring right over them. Now listen up, because Bessie's story is wilder than me granny church hat. Born in 1892 in Texas, Bessie wasn't about to let Jim Crow clip her wings. Sister had bigger dreams than the sky itself. She looked at them planes and said, "That's my ticket out of here." But here's the kicker, no flight school in America would take her. Did that stop our girl? Please. Bessie said, if America won't teach me, I'll cross the whole damn Atlantic. That's exactly what she did, learning French and heading to France faster than you can say au revoir. In 1921, Bessie became the first African-American woman and the first Native American to get the pilot license. But hold up, I've got 2 juicy facts that'll make your jaw drop. First off, our girl Bessie was a master of disguise. To get to France, she got a job as a manicurist. Not because she loved nails, but because it paid more than being a Chile parlor chef. Talk about nailing it. And get this, Bessie turned down a role in a movie because they wanted her to play a stereotype. He told them, "I'm Bessie Coleman, not some caricature." Sis knew her worth and wasn't about to let Hollywood dim her shine. Back in the States, Bessie was like a rock star with wings. She'd do loop-de-loops and figure eights that'll make your head spin. And she only performed where everyone, black or white, could see her fly. That's what I call using your platform, honey. Bessie's life was cut short in 1926, but her legacy, that's still soaring. She opened the skies for every black pilot that came after her. The Bessie Coleman Aero Clubs, stamps with her face on them, streets named after her, Bessie's impact is everywhere. So next time you look up at that big blue sky, remember Bessie Coleman. She didn't just reach for stars, she flew right past them and said, "Follow me." Now that's what I call black girl magic with wings. And there you have it. 3 incredible women who didn't just dream big, they made those dreams reality. From Sojourner speaking up for women's rights, to Althea dominating the tennis court, to Bessie soaring high through the skies. Them show we that nothing can hold us back when we believe in ourselves. Big up to all those amazing sisters who paved the way. Keep shining bright and remember, you've got that same power inside of you. This is your girl Miss T signing out. And remember, au revoir, good.